There's some questions about, can it be, which God? Can it be Christ? It can be anything that you connect with. There is no rule here. It is you have a natural inclination, usually, to a particular divine being, whether that's Jesus, the Holy Spirit, a Greek god, a Hindu god, an Egyptian god. Whoever that is for you is who you will identify with. It is who you'll pull into your life. So how do you pull someone into your life? A human. How do you pull them into life? You get to know them. You learn their name. What is their name? Their mantra. Right? Literally, sometimes, literally also the name of the being is the mantra. And you can repeat that. But if there's another particular mantra that goes along with that divine being, then that is useful as well. So you learn who they are, their qualities, right? So how do you know if you want to be friends with somebody? Well, what is that person like? What do they like to do? What do they focus on, right? If you are not a sci-fi fan and there's this person who is just all about sci-fi, would you go and befriend them? Maybe not, because you don't have interests aligned, right? So you find the divine being who aligns with your interests. Christ, compassion, love. Ganesha, removing obstacles, creating miracles. Lakshmi, prosperity, beauty, joy. Now they all sound really good, right? But you'll know in your heart which one resonates more with you. And it doesn't mean you can't pick more than one, you can. But for the purposes of this conversation, which divine being resonates most with you? Or maybe it's Dr. Pillai or another living or ascended master. Connecting with your guru or your teacher is also extremely powerful and potent. So first, you find out which one you want to be friends with, right? Then you find out more about them. You read stories. Why do people read the Bible? To get closer to Christ, to get closer to God. Read stories about them. Dr. Pillai calls it mythotherapy. When you are incorporating the stories of that divine being into your subconscious, you're learning about them. And those stories have many meanings, a lot of symbolism, and remember them. So those are three things. You want to know their name. It may seem very obvious, but it's very important. One of the principles in how to make friends and influence people, right? Remember people's names. Remember your divine being's name and call upon them. Call upon them all the time. When I was chanting that mantra, I was chanting that mantra as much as I possibly could to call upon this divine being, to have this being in my life, in my consciousness, to remember the divine being. So 1, learn the name of the divine being. 2, remember them and get to know them. And I'm sorry, that was all 3 of them. Get the first, know the name. Second is to remember them. And by remembering them, it can involve chanting their name. And the third aspect, the third key point here is to get to know them. So the mythotherapy, the stories, whether it's whoever you're connecting with. I hope that makes sense. Let's go to questions now. And Dumina and Sarah, do you have anything to add to those 3 key points?
Fall in love with them.
Yes. Yes.